Welcome back to my channel. My name is Carolina, and today I want to show you a tutorial for the new pattern called Toulouse. This pattern is available on Etsy and my website. It is off-shoulder with ruched details, and it's made from knitted fabric. The best part? It only takes under an hour to make. And here is what you'll need. Obviously the Toulouse sewing pattern, knitted fabric, some scissors, and a 1/2 centimeter white elastic. Before we start sewing, I highly suggest to do a fabric testing. Here's how the fabric typically looks when sewn with an overlooker or a regular sewing machine. Now look at this. With my new technique using an elastic, the finish is so much cleaner. And all you need is just an elastic. All you have to do is sew the elastic to one side of the garment, fold it over, and then press it down, and sew it once again. The effect is amazing. So feel free to use this trick throughout the tutorial. Step number 1. Join front and back bodies. Start by joining the front and the back bodice pieces using a French seam. You can also use an overlooker or the elastic method I showed earlier. Sew the two panels together with a 1 centimeter seam allowance, then trim down the seam allowance. Just be careful not to cut the stitch line. Turn the top inside out. Gently roll the seam between your fingers to flatten it. Pin it again. I smile and hold my breath and count to 10. Wish I could say the same. Wish I could say the same. And sew it with a 1/2 centimeter seam allowance. When working with knitted fabrics, avoid pulling or stretching it while sewing to prevent distortion. The dark feels heavier without you. And every chord I strike cries your name. You come back home again. Step 2. Finish the armholes. Fold the fabric at the armholes twice by a 1/2 centimeter and secure with pins. You can also use the elastic technique for a neater finish, as I showed you at the start of this video. If the seam feels too bulky, trim a 1/2 centimeter from the seam allowance to reduce the thickness. Then top stitch as close to the folded edge as possible and trim off any extra threads. Step 3. Prepare the off-shoulder panel. Take the two off-shoulder panel pieces together, place them right side together, and pin along the bottom edge. So, with a 1 cm seam allowance. It's important here not to stretch or push the fabric. Let it just slide naturally under the presser foot. Then press the seam open with an iron. Open that panel and look at the clean finish. It looks so good.
Change is constant, learning to flow. All the unknown.
Now on the inside of the seam allowance, mark the side seams. You can also do it by folding the panel evenly or by using the pattern notches.
Colors and contrast making it art. What if happy can be built?
Step number 4. Mark the elastic line. Using a ruler and chalk, draw a straight line 1 cm from the edge of the seam allowance. Use the notches as guides and mark all 4 sides of the off-shoulder panel.
Lucky they let me here with you. Lucky. Funny, thought I was lacking. Then I realized all is within. Are your thoughts friend or foe? It's your choice which way you go.
Step 5. Sew the elastic. Take a 1/2 cm wide elastic, or whichever width you prefer, and cut it to half the length of the area you want to gather. That's usually a good balance for even ruffles.
to accept what I can't change. Courage to change the things I can. Wisdom to know the difference. May I have peace to accept what I
Start sewing just below the seam.
Courage to change the things I can. Wisdom to know the difference.
Secure the elastic with a few stitches, stretch it to fit the marked line, and sew along it using the longest stitch length on your machine.
Was it all just a dream, just all in my head? Floating rivers upstream, the things that you said.
Repeat these steps on all 4 marked sides.
Tell me and be honest. Tell me, did you know that you would be leaving me just like the winter's snow? Tell me and be honest. Tell me, should I've known that you'd be leaving me so painfully quiet and slow? I try my best to move on, to let go.
Now your top is starting to take shape. It looks beautifully gathered and looks almost like a candy. Step 6. Join the back panels. Pin the back bodice panels right side together and sew with 1 cm seam allowance.
They say time is a healer, just you wait and see. The problem is for me, I need an eternity. So tell me and be honest, tell me, did you know that you would be leaving me just like the winter snow? Tell me and be honest. Tell me, should I known that you'd be leaving me so painfully quiet and slow? I try my best to move on, letting go. Tell me, should I know?
If this seam feels bulky, trim it, but be careful not to cut the stitch line.
Just tell me and be honest. Tell me, did you know that you would be leaving me just like the winter snow?
Leave enough seam allowance so the stretch doesn't cause breakage later when worn.
That you'd be leaving me so painfully quiet and slow. Did you know that you would be leaving me just like the winter snow? Tell me, should I know? Tell me, should I know that you'd be leaving me so painfully quiet and slow?
And that completes the main bodice.
To let go.
Step 7. Attach the off-shoulder panel. Place the off-shoulder panel right side up, then insert the bodice, wrong side out, into the off-shoulder panel. Match the center front and the notches and pin all around the neckline. So, with 1 cm seam allowance. Turn the panel right side out. And fold the inner layer over the stitch line with a 1 cm fold. Pin it down evenly along the neckline. At the shoulders, fold the 2 layers together . And sew as close to the edge as possible. everything with an iron for a crisp, clean look. Step 8. Finish the hem. Fold the hem up twice by 2.5 centimeters and top stitch. You can also use the technique that we used in the beginning of this video. This step is absolutely optional, so you can add some elastic to the waist, but it's not very necessary if you don't want to. I decided to add the elastic and sew it to the seam allowance on the sides of the top. So just like before, start under the seam, secure the elastic with the back tack stitch, and stretch it as you sew. This part, no need to measure, eyeballing just works fine. And that's your finished top Toulouse. This pattern is available on my Etsy shop and website. Check the links in the description. It's perfect for beginners or anyone new to sewing. Thank you so much for watching, and I cannot wait to see your versions. Of course, don't forget to like and subscribe, and leave a comment if you have any questions or want to share your results.